I would like to discuss something I've been thinking about for quite some time, and it is about why Indians in general would prefer to go to the US over Europe. Or maybe I should say why most people in general would like to go to the US instead of Europe. So I think it is important to start with the question why Indians are respected in general. Of course, exceptions are there, but in general, why are Indians more respected in the US as compared to in Europe? Now, when I lived in the US, so as you probably know, I lived in the US for almost 10 years, and I have lived in Europe for 10 years. To be specific, I have lived and worked in Austria for many years, also in Germany, Switzerland, and for a short time in Italy as well. When I came to the US in 2006, I mean, of course, I didn't know what to expect, right? When I came from India in 2006, I didn't know what to expect. I was in the state of Ohio, which is, a lot of people will say that it is kind of one of the more backward states. Of course, it was 20 years ago, but I think that perception probably has not changed. However, what I noticed was that whoever I interacted with, people I came across, people, colleagues, I got to know. In general, they had a very high opinion of Indians. They respected Indians, and that you kind of never felt that you are different or you are being treated different. Never had to struggle or think of integration or assimilation. So it was pretty natural. Of course, there were many different things. You are in a completely different country. You grew up in India. You lived in India your entire life until you were 23. Then you are coming to what some may call the gold standard of the Western society. So of course there were a lot of new things, but in terms of like feeling well and feeling not discriminated against, feeling like nobody's questioning that why you are there, never having to think about that. I think all those things were there, like I didn't feel strange. After a couple of years, I came to Austria, and I think the whole feeling was very different. I felt that, of course, first of all, the language. It was a big challenge. I did not speak German. German is the official language. Everybody speaks German here. My wife, of course, at the time, my girlfriend, she, who is Austrian, of course, she was by my side. So that made things a bit easier for me. But if I was walking down the street, people would look at me and they would wonder, where is he from? Or what is he doing here? Again, it was 20 years ago, almost 20 years ago, 18 years to be precise. But that has not changed much. Now that I'm back in Austria with my wife for almost a year, probably you can see behind me some of the buildings in the old town, city of Graz. It's beautiful. But yeah, going back to how people perceive you, I think it is quite different. You are seen as a foreigner here. You are seen as an immigrant here. You are seen as a person who's different. People are kind of wondering, who the hell are you? Who's this guy? Who's this immigrant? Who's this brown guy? I think that feeling is there. Of course, there are some people who probably are different, have a different way of thinking, have different perception. But most have this say that, oh, an immigrant, what is he doing here in our country? So that got me thinking why that may be the case. As I was thinking about it, I started to appreciate that there is actually there are actually some fundamental differences in the way the immigrants or Indians come to the US and the way the kind of work they do, that and Indians who come to Europe and kind of the work and life they are building here, that is different. That is quite different. There are some cases where you can say, okay, it is similar, but there are many cases, or in most, I would say not cases, but in most instances, I feel it's different. In the US, you will see that a lot of Indians are professionals. They are engineers, a lot of engineers. They are physicians or doctors, very well respected. Actually, I've been told by some of my white American friends that they would rather go to an Indian doctor than a white American doctor. But yeah, okay, whatever. So I think probably they just wanted to be nice to me. But no, I mean, Indians are very, very well respected, whatever profession they are in. So yeah, a lot of Indians are scientists, like myself. A lot of Indians are nurses. A lot of Indians have very successful businesses. Many have started from the scratch. A lot of Indian engineers who came to the US some time ago, now they started their own companies, very successful startups, and then eventually, transforming them into successful companies. So that's not uncommon in the US. Now, that's where I think the big difference lies when you compare Europe and you ask what are the kind of professions Indians are involved in, the Indians who are coming to Europe. And you would start to see immediately there are some clear differences. You would not see too many Indian engineers, probably in Germany, but not so many outside Germany, I would say. Switzerland is also an exception, where you will see a lot of engineers. You will not see many Indian doctors. I have yet to come across an Indian doctor in the city of Graz, where I live, which is not a small city, especially for Austrian or European standards. It's like a city of 300,000 people. You will not come across famous Indian scientists. You will not come across famous Indian CEOs. You don't have famous big companies here. Probably that's one of the reasons. In the US, anybody can literally tell you the names of some of the famous Indian CEOs. Think of the CEO of Alphabet, of Adobe, of IBM, of Microsoft, they are all of Indian origin. They immigrated to the US at some point. So there are a lot of big success stories in the US. I think in contrast, you don't see that in Europe. And I think that is playing a big role in shaping the societies, the country's perception of Indians. A lot of Indians I have come across. I lived in Italy, as I told you. I noticed that most Indians there are working as labor in agriculture. Vast majority, I would say. Some, of course, have after many years have started their own businesses. A lot of Punjabi restaurants. But you do not see Indians in roles or in positions that have general visibility, and I think that is an important difference one starts to appreciate about Europe as compared to the US. Another thing I have noticed is that, as I briefly, alluded to this, the language issue, right? Language is a big impediment for most people who want to leave India and come to a Western country. And because of that, so most European countries, you don't have English, right? Their official languages are different depending on the country you're in. In Italy, you have to speak Italian. You have to understand Italian. All businesses in Italian. Same goes for Austria, Germany. Most of Switzerland's German here. You go to France, you have French. You go to Netherlands, you have Dutch. You go to Denmark, you have Danish. You go to Sweden, you have Swedish. So I think that fact itself works as a deterrent for most aspiring immigrants, most skilled immigrants who feel that they don't want to go to a country where from the get-go they are going to have struggles with the language, which is totally understandable, right? Language is everything. If you don't speak language, you cannot even fill out a job application. You cannot fill out application for renting an apartment. So I think Indians appreciate that. Most immigrants appreciate that. And that's why I think the US is absolutely the number one destination, be it for students, be it for professionals. Because of course US also has some of the top universities in the world. When you go and study there, you don't have to think, is it going to be in English or is it going to be in German? It's going to be in English, of course. So you know that, and Indians know that, and immigrants know that, and that's why I think the most desirable destination is the US, followed by other English-speaking countries, of course, like Canada, and then UK, and Australia and New Zealand. Now, I feel that, of course, there are a lot of professional Indians who come here, a lot of students who also come here. I studied, for example, in Austria. I got my PhD here, which is in English. Most PhD probably anywhere is in English. But I think that is still uncommon, that Indians would decide to come, or prefer, I should say, to come to one of the European countries where English is not the main language. Also, I have to acknowledge that a lot of people have to leave India under different circumstances. Mostly it is financial. And when they realize that they cannot, for example, go to the US or immigrate to Canada, or to Australia. Many of them may look at some of the other European countries as possible destinations. And I think that is what has happened. For most professionals who are able to create probably more options for themselves, they are able to probably create options in countries like the US and UK, and they certainly then go there. But unfortunately, a lot of people who are not able to create options there, and they want other mechanisms still to immigrate because they want a better life, which is totally understandable. They come to a lot of other European countries like Italy, like Germany, like France, Spain, and they are not, maybe they are coming based on education, some of them, but their intent is not really to study, right? Their intent is to use that as a mechanism to get the visa and to come here, maybe study and try to get a job. Even if the job is completely unrelated to their studies, they will not care, because their intention in the first place was not really to study, right? That was just a mechanism that was being used. So the net effect of all this is that the US is able to attract a lot of very skilled, very smart, exceptional people. Of course, there are also all sorts of people who will come to the US. There are also stupid people in the US who come from India. I mean, we know that everywhere. There are stupid people everywhere. There are smart people everywhere also. But in general, I think US gets the majority or the bulk share of smartest Indians, if you will, to come to their country and to drive their innovation engine.